Hi everyone, I'm Anita. I'm a youth activist and I live in Rochdale, which is near Manchester.
A youth activist is someone who makes sure the voices of young people are heard, not only between young people.
It's vital that we make sure that we have our say,
but also people in power, like politicians. In Year 9, I became aware of the impact fast fashion has on the environment, and my part in that. So, I'm setting out to change it. I live with my family at home. We are a pretty musical family because my sister sings sometimes. My brother plays a cornet, and my mum is a gospel singer. When you're done with your clothes, what do you do with them? Not a lot of people give them to the charity shops. They kind of end up in the bin, or in heaps and heaps of garbage. It's really bad for the environment. But don't worry, there are solutions. You can be fashionable and kind to the planet too. The pressure on young people from social media and the high streets to buy new clothes is enormous. With trends going in and out in the matter of weeks, the amount of clothes that we buy and don't wear again is really bad for the environment. And you'll be surprised to see what I found out. Asia is the continent where so many of our clothes are made. Let me tell you the story of a pair of jeans. Like loads of other clothes, jeans are made from cotton, which takes lots and lots of land to grow. To grow the cotton that we need for just one pair of jeans, the farmers use on average around 68,000 litres of water. That's like 500 bathtubs of water. And remember, that's only for one pair of jeans. Next up, the cotton gets made into a fabric that we know as denim. It gets spun, stretched, dyed, woven, washed, and heated. And this takes up a lot of resources, such as electricity, heating, and labour. This also uses chemicals that are bad for the environment, that get flushed into our rivers and seas. And from here on, the material is cut and stitched into a pair of jeans we all love to wear. T-shirts, jumpers, socks, and other clothes go through a similar process, and they all use a lot of resources to be made. Eventually, they're all transported on big ships and planes to the UK, before making their way to the shops on the high street and online stores. When I learned how much water it takes to make a pair of jeans, I knew I needed to do something different to become more sustainable and use less water. So I started shopping at second-hand shops. I realised that we can still buy loads of cool clothes and help the planet. You can even find clothes that no one else has. I found the most amazing girl and her name is Zakia. Zakia runs a scheme called Swap It Up. It allows young people in secondary schools to swap clothes with their friends and reduce your impact on the fast fashion industry. I'm going to call her now. Hi Zakia.
Hi Anita.
I just want to talk to you about all the work you do with Swap It Up.
It's a clothing exchange that runs within schools. This platform just allows young people to kind of take action against fast fashion.
It's amazing the work you're doing. What would you say to a young person who would like to be more sustainable?
Use what you've got already, whether that's the clothes in your wardrobe, the clothes in your siblings' wardrobes. There are charity shops, there just aren't enough for this sort of age group.
Zakia and I are going to chat to the UK's largest online charity shop to see what they're doing to fight fast fashion.
Hi Holly.
Hi, nice to meet you both. So I'm Holly and I run Oxfam's online shop. I've pulled out some vintage pieces.
My favourite thing about sustainable shopping is you kind of know that no one else has what you're wearing.
That is the main selling point for me as well. Absolutely nothing that is donated goes to landfill.
All the clothes that get donated to us will be either resold or swapped.
Amazing, and that is such a good way of getting people involved.
These pieces are amazing and they're all vintage and super cool, but charity shops don't tend to have that kind of range when it comes to young people.
The way to get more clothes that you want to see in charity shops is to donate your clothes to charity shops, and then you will start seeing the kind of on-trend things that you want to buy.
It's been amazing to talk to you about young people and how they can help promote second-hand buying. Bye.
Bye.
So we've learnt about the impact of fast fashion on our planet, but there is still hope. Next time you think of picking up an outfit, think whether you could get it at your local charity shop rather than getting it from a fast fashion company.